Hello my beautiful friends and welcome back to my channel. On today's video I'm bringing you my review, demo, swatches and these two eyeshadow looks using the brand new McGrath Holiday 2022 collection Eyeshadow Queens. Nude Allure and Bronze Bliss. A couple days ago, I uploaded a try-on haul of the hottest, the newest luxury holiday makeup releases and beauty releases in general. One of them being the McGrath Artistry Palette in Celestial Nirvana. So if you haven't watched that video yet, don't miss it because it's a really good video. Also on that review, I actually tried the new NARS Cheek Palette also from the holiday collection, among many products, fragrances and whatnot. I think it didn't get so much views just because I uploaded it by accident at the same time that I uploaded my review on the new Chanel Holiday 2022 collection. Anyhow friends, to what you came for, these two babies are here. They cost $36 each. They are made in Italy and they are available at the moment at McGrath website. They may be coming at other retailers. We don't know just yet, but I will be leaving all the details of where to find these products as well as the rest of my makeup. Absolutely everything will be on the description box below for your convenience. Now, in terms of grams, they come with 4 grams of product, which is the same amount as you will find on something like this, like the Natasha Denona 5-pound palettes, the mini ones. Same thing. The only thing is that these ones, I think they are between, I think right now they are $27. These ones, again, they are $36, made in Italy, and they have a shelf life of 12 months. Let's go first with Bronze Bliss. In terms of the packaging, this is heavy carton, just like the Celestial Nirvana palette. Heavy carton, weighty in a way, nice and sturdy. On the back, you have the name of each of the eyeshadows. And then, let's see right here. And by the way, if you're new here to my channel, I do film in natural light. So there you go. Bronze Bliss. More cool tone. And you have here 4, what it seems like metallic shades and just 1 matte shade. The matte is super creamy. Ooh, okay, this seems to be a new formulation. Wow, that is super creamy. This one is creamy too, but this one, I don't know if you're able to see, but you can even see my, kind of like my fingerprint on it. It's kind of like, I don't want to say patty-like, but if you have tried the Rowan eyeshadows or even like ColourPop Super Shock shadows, kind of like that texture. Swatch right there. It's a beautiful color story. So I have you right here. Let's go ahead and take a peek to Nude Allure. And same kind of idea where you have metallic shades and then only 1 matte shade. This is kind of like a pinky tone. And here you go. This is Nude Allure. BK Beauty 202 brush, and I'm gonna go to the matte shade. I think it's called La Vie en Noir. And I'm gonna apply it on the outer V. And this is not a true black shade, but rather a very deep gray, like an asphalt kind of gray. Going next with Bronze Mint, and I'm gonna apply it on the outer third. This shade is just a little bit, not chunky, but it does have a little bit of fallout. Next, I'm going with Bronze Illusion, and I'm using a Worker Pro by Sonia G. And I'm taking this shade and applying it right on the edge of the shade Bronze Mink. Smith 253 brush and the shade Lunar Luxury. This shade is extremely creamy. You can see it perhaps even on the brush, how it's not dispersed evenly, which I don't mind. Oh wow, it's incredible. What a gorgeous shade. Sonia G Mini Booster and La Vie en Noir. And I'm just gonna deepen out this area. Refer 23 brush. And I'm applying this shade on the inner corner. And also on the brow bone. With a Sonia G Builder brush, I'm gonna go to La Vie en Noir. And this brush is from the new Fusion Eye Set from Sonia G, which by the time that you're watching this video, it's available now. I will be leaving the link also in the description box below. This is my final look using the palette Bronze Bliss. As you can tell, a very smoky eyeshadow look. I just went ahead and applied some falsies, also liquid eyeliner, a little bit of eyeliner on my waterline, mascara on my lower lashes. Again, all those details will be on the description box below. Very, very holiday party-like kind of look, smoky eye look, but it was super easy to achieve. Now let's do an eyeshadow look with the palette in Nude Allure. Once again, here it is. Same kind of format in terms of metallic shades, just one matte shade, and we already did the swatches for this palette. Now let's go ahead and get started. I think I'm gonna try again to use all the eyeshadows, although you don't need to use all the eyeshadows to create an eyeshadow look. I'm just doing it for the purpose of reviewing the eyeshadows, see how they behave. I'm gonna go first with the matte shade, which is called Plum Eclipse, and I'm gonna be using a Sonia G Classic Crease. Very pigmented, my goodness. Immediately, boom. The payoff is intense, but at the same time it's easy to blend. It's a reddish brown kind of tone. Sonia G Worker Pro and the shade Plum Eclipse. Taking it kind of like over top the matte shade, but just on the outer third, not really taking it on the outer V. Again, there's a little bit of fallout, not a lot though. Sonia G Worker Pro and the shade Naked Bronze, making this shade just on the edge of that plummy shade that we apply first. Smith 253 brush and the shade Coral Kiss, and I'm taking the shade from the inner corner all the way until it meets with the other shades. And now I'm just gonna tap with my finger the shade Mercurial Rose, and I'm just gonna apply it right on the center. Sonia G Detail Brush and the matte shade. This brush is also from the new Fusion Eye Set from Sonia G. And I'm taking the shade and applying it on my lower lash line. Going back to the Sonia G Worker and going to Naked Bronze. And I'm just gonna apply it on the outer third. With a Refer 23 brush, I'm going to the shade Mercurial Rose, and I'm taking this shade and applying it on the inner corner. I'm gonna also flick it a little, and taking it also on the brow bone. Done with the two eyeshadow looks. Let's go to my final thoughts right here. Okay. Let's just be honest, there is no purpose to be doing a ton of comparisons with other eyeshadow palettes. If you already have, say for example, the Natasha Denona Glam palette, you may already have something like this. Same thing if you have the retro palette, you may have something like this, right? Or if, for example, you have a ton of that Divine Rose eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath, you already have something like this. I think the most important part right here is for who are these eyeshadow queens meant for? These are for people that perhaps, one, they are not collectors of Pat McGrath. Perhaps they don't like big eyeshadow palettes. An eyeshadow palette like, say, this one right here, it's just simply overwhelming because of the amount of shades, and you don't want to have a ton of these. You know that all these eyeshadows, you will not get use out of them. Perhaps you do not feel like doing these kind of like very glam smoky eye looks, but you want a palette that can easily take you to a glam look without too much effort because of its blendability, and something like this will work just perfect for you. That's it. That's it. These palettes are meant for someone that wants something simple in their life, that they do not want to bother with big eyeshadow palettes, that they don't have, you know, collections and collections of a ton of products. Like, for example, for myself, I review makeup here on this channel, so I do have a lot of palettes that perhaps will give me the same eyeshadow looks. So these again are meant for those who have a smaller collection, something that is petite, minimal in terms of the formula, and that's what I want to go to. I feel that there is a nice improvement on the matte formulation on these mini palettes. The matte formula on both of the queens, they are more creamy, more smooth, and when I say creamy, it's not like revolutionary. I mean, you still feel that there, you know, there's powder, but it's not as dry as the formulation that we find in the Mothership eyeshadow palettes from Pat McGrath. These are just a little bit more easy, more blendable. In fact, this one is not even a black shade, but like I was telling you, kind of like an asphalt gray, a very deep gray, that it makes it very easy not only to apply, but also to blend and create that smoky eyeshadow look in a effortless way. And then you have this beautiful variety of shades. I just feel that this palette is just fantastic. If perhaps I would have changed one thing, is to have too much shades, but as is, it's perfection. Now this middle shade right here is very unique. It's extremely creamy. Like I was telling you, to me it's very comparable to the Rowan eyeshadow palettes. To me, on my eyelids, Rowan does increase. I know for some people it does, but as creamy as those, or a little bit of the feeling or texture of, like, say, a ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadow, something along those lines that is very creamy and that you can actually, when you tap it, you can even see like your finger, like your fingerprint going inside the pan. Kind of like that. Very creamy, nice, and as you can tell, the amount of, like, this is metallic high voltage kind of palette. Beautiful. Now this palette is more for, I don't want to say even timid girls, because the eyeshadow look is actually very glamorous, but it's more of like a everyday. And considering that this is a holiday collection, this will take you to, say, morning and even to evening kind of eye look for a holiday, you know, gathering, party, or just like every day, even to the office. And this will take you to, you know, the party at night. I think both of the palettes, they are honestly stunning. The formula is beautiful. If you do not have a lot of skills with creating eyeshadow looks, this will be super easy for you. If you feel that this smoky eyeshadow look is just too much, you're feeling like, oh, that this is not for me, then I will suggest perhaps take a look to the new Dior Holiday 2022 collection and the eyeshadow palette in Cosmic Eyes. This will give you kind of the same elegant look, but there's no intense metallics here, but rather very beautiful satin finish that they give an elegant look. I already have a full-on review on the Holiday 2022 collection with Dior, so if you want to see how the look end up with this eyeshadow quint, I will highly suggest you to do so, because again, I don't want to overwhelm you with so many comparisons, because again, these eyeshadows, these color stories, they have been seen and done before, but just to give you a little bit of feedback in terms of the finish. If you want something very like out there, or if you want something a little bit more subdued, perhaps take a look at this palette right here from Dior. And I feel like these eyeshadow palettes too are great for, I mean, these will go really well obviously on a stocking stuffer, but for a present for somebody, fantastic. I mean, if you know that perhaps this one, it will be the most wearable, like the safe to go if you plan to gift it to someone. The presentation is super pretty too. Now, if you know someone that love to wear kind of like deeper eyeshadows, they will enjoy this so much. I really love that it also has a nice size mirror too. Beautiful palettes. In terms of how I'm liking the way that Pat McGrath is releasing this holiday collection, in a way I wish she could have done it kind of like in two parts, this palette with the mascaras and then the blushes that has the, well, the four blushes with the highlighter. Those two palettes, I wish she could have released them first, and then these two palettes along with the single highlighter and the single blush along with the lipsticks. That will be amazing. But everything has been kind of like cutting like in different little portions. I already placed my order for the single blush and the single highlighter. Those are the ones that attract me the most, because also the other palettes that have the different blushes, there are repeated shades, and for me honestly that doesn't bring any value either to my collection, and I will be repeating so many shades. So definitely you will see those products here on my channel. Perhaps we will do a holiday look using Pat McGrath collection, I don't know. But if you are interested to know more about this palette right here, once again I recommend you to check my latest trying the hottest newest makeup releases, and you will see on the thumbnail there is this palette right here, which I give you all the swatches, details of the palette, I create an eyeshadow look and whatnot. But yes, if you are looking for something simple, this calls your name, and like I said, you don't have too many palettes in your collection and these shades are not all over, like perhaps you have just very few palettes that they have this kind of color story, then absolutely a plus. Even when there was just a tiny bit of fallout, it was so tiny that it was just so easy to clean. As you were able to tell, I started this video already with my base on, foundation, bronzer, absolutely everything. I mean, these palettes honestly are just perfection, and I'm super in love with them. Extremely happy that I have them on my collection. And that's it, my friends. I will now would love to know from you what you think about these two eyeshadow queens from Pat McGrath. Are you picking one of them, both of them? Perhaps you already have purchased them. Have you tried them? Let's just continue the conversation on the comment section down below. While you're at it, and if you haven't done so yet, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Make sure you ring that post notification bell so you don't miss any of my uploads, and come and follow me on my Instagram. If you like this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up. Also share it with family and friends. And until the next time, I hope you have a beautiful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.